Of course.
Yeah, I don't know why all of a sudden.
All right. And we're live. So far in the chat, we have the Zen Incense Shop. I
You
don't know why I
always
said it
mess
that
that
way.
up.
Gossmania Homestead, good to see you. Star Ladoke, Wagon Hollow Homestead, Diana Tennant, and the Tinkerer's Wife. Oh, and Gardener's Pharmacy. Hello, Kip. Welcome. Good to see everyone. So we have had a busy week.
Yes. Yes.
Too busy to make videos for YouTube.
I'm hoping that gets better though. I should be starting seeds, hopefully. Well, honestly, by the Farmer's Almanac, I should be starting seeds this weekend. However, we're looking at the possibility of snow flurries this weekend.
Yeah, the almanac and all the different stuff, they go off of what's typical, and we are not typical anymore.
Well,
Weather,
it's
politics,
scheduled
everything.
as good planting days if the weather is okay, basically. But
Hey, Lori at
the weather will
Firefly
not be
Farm.
okay this weekend. I'm gonna be like tucked into the house and
Yeah.
not go anywhere.
Pathways Homestead, welcome. Southern Blessed Homestead, good to see you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're getting
possibly.
flurries. I think Sunday. So
Not,
you guys,
not enough to enjoy.
I don't enjoy any of it.
I wouldn't mind a little snow here and there every once in a while.
Go north.
If I had the day off.
See, go visit Patty and Mac. Then you can have snow and I'll stay here.
Hi, Kiri, built on the Rock Homestead.
I don't want it. Snow means cold. And it's usually like wet and muddy snow. It's not even really
Muddy, funky snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you can have it. From what I understand, is this is Winter Storm Lizzie, somewhere.
Oh.
I don't remember which one.
Now you'll be like New York.
No. No. But it's supposed to be only for like a day or two that it's going to be cold. So.
Oh, that stinks.
Y'all can keep that mess.
Hey, Graham Karen, good to see you.
A big super storm coming tomorrow and Saturday. Temperatures are going to really dip down. That's exactly what we were just talking about, Wendy.
Wendy, Jenny, Homestead Paradise, good to see you.
I know the flurries don't sit, but the cold does. It is Izzy, yeah. I couldn't remember if it was Izzy or Lizzie. I've been kind of following it on the Weather Channel. I'm not looking forward to it, but.
So this week we got to visit with our middle daughter, Katie. She came in. Sometimes you might see her in the chat. She's Crazy Cajun with 2 Ks. Crazy Cajun. Yeah. Anyway. So she came down from Tennessee where she had moved to. And her and her boyfriend Cameron, we got to see them. And Cameron was visiting with friends the day that we got together at Amy's parents' house with Katie, and then we had gumbo, which was amazing. Amy's dad is great at making gumbo. Hi, Chris Hansen, good to see you. And then we all got together. It was there was what 14 of us that went. Well, there was 16 people, but two sat out, and we went to play what they call jelly ball. And it's like paintball, but it's like if you know what Orbeez are, it's these little tiny beads that soak up water, and they get, I don't know, I guess about a quarter inch, like about the size of a BB.
Well, these are specially made.
Okay, well,
the regular Orbeez actually get bigger than that. Yeah. People have filled up their swimming pools with Orbeez.
So we all went, kids, adults, middle-aged, borderline elderly. We were all there playing.
I like how you said that. My mom is gonna like that.
Farmer and Adelic and welcome.
Oh, Patty says I have a warm house and lots of cozy blankets. I do too, but I still have to bring Abby to work. So
hi Hans, if I didn't
have
say
to get
hi
out
already.
Some, and I have to go feed the chickens and the rabbits. That's not a pleasant thing to do when it's freaking cold.
Yeah, those who say I love winter, I can't wait till winter, they probably don't have livestock or gardens. Speaking of gardens, we did a little work in the gardens this week.
Did
we
you finish talking about Jelly Ball?
well, I guess probably not really. I was so sore for 2 days.
I
Well,
had
it
a
didn't help.
blast.
It didn't help because the night before I didn't sleep well, and I got up in the middle of the night to go take a little stroll outside, and I missed the bottom step and kind of twisted my knee, my bad knee. So I was already not 100%. And then we went to play jelly ball. I couldn't pass that up. And
Yeah.
my gosh, I was so sore.
I was a little sore the next day, but I had a blast. I really had a blast. I got to shoot my mom with a water ball gun. That was cool.
Yeah, I'm with Wendy. I can't say I hate winter. If I don't have anything going on, I don't mind things being cold, really cold for like a day or two. I can't stay in. I just cannot stay indoors for long.
Oh man.
I'm picturing that, Lori. Okay, so I guess we can move on to the garden.
Oh yeah, I guess I have to keep taking care of the chickens.
So we all of the old plants, since we had the little freeze. Or
little freeze. It was cold. It was
a
27
frost?
degrees.
Okay, we had a freeze. So finally, after a couple of days after New Year's, we picked our last peppers from spring of last year. That's how warm it had been.
Yeah.
And so we finished harvesting what we could, and then we cleared out all of the beds. Everything is empty. Well, all of the vegetable beds are empty.
The strawberries are still there.
Strawberries, herbs, comfrey, and pollinators, all that stuff is still there.
Well, the pollinators are there, but they're little dead sticks at the moment.
We're feeling well, and
the COVID has left our house.
as far as as far as losing my godfather, we have come to terms that he is completely healed and waiting for us when we get there. So we have hope and peace about that. And I'm sure it has a lot to do with all of your prayers and support, and we appreciate that. We really do.
We still have our moments.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I don't
so graybeard to picture the winter as the time to rest.
Yeah.
I know, but it's so hard. I hate being stuck in the house all day.
Oh, I know.
And I hate being cold. So I don't know.
Oh, you let the goats in your vegetable garden. Well, that would clear it out. Yeah. Good idea.
Goats took care of prepping the garden for spring. Awesome.
Oh, our bananas, the banana trees. Fun fact, banana are not actually trees. They are the world's largest herb by definition. And the fruit, bananas, are actually berries by definition. Anyway, we've got banana trees that just kind of melted when it froze. Last year, and when we had that really cold all the way down here in Louisiana,
last
Texas.
Year they got really torn up by the hurricane and then froze.
Well, yeah. So they
hurricane freeze.
Double, triple whammy. Yeah. So they didn't do as well as they normally do this past growing season. But right before the freeze, we noticed that one of them put out a fruit pod.
I know.
A flower.
I should have gone and cut it before the freeze to see if I could have saved it. But they were like tiny little bitty.
Yeah.
Not even really bananas yet.
It was a valiant effort, but it didn't work out.
What? We topped the beds, and once we took all the plants out, we topped them with a fresh load of rabbit manure.
Hey, Mary Beth.
And the cow manure compost, soil.
Yeah. So we're just getting those beds filled back up and
You worked today
nutrified.
on fixing some of the blocks that were a little uneven on that new bed.
Yeah, that newest bed that we put in is made of cinder blocks. I say cinder blocks. It's concrete. It's concrete blocks. And they had settled some, so I was working on getting those not a little more leveled out than what they were.
You were gonna say
It's not-
nice and level,
yeah,
but
it's not perfect. Not perfect. Hey, Michigan Daffodil.
How are you feeling?
So we have a prayer list already started. We have Kate and her family on there.
Mhm.
Is that public knowledge?
I think so.
Okay. Kate and her family are dealing with COVID. That's Kate from Kate's Kitchen. Hey, Melinda, good to see you as always. Sean from North Shore Preparedness is dealing with leg pain and financial burden. But I watched a video from him today. I finally got around to it today. He put it out on the 5th, which is
A week ago.
Talking about how thankful he was for all of the prayers and the financial help that he received after he finally broke down and asked for help. There were a whole lot of community members, content creators who shared out his plea, and he was greatly blessed. But we don't want to stop the prayers, of course,
Right.
because his leg, they still haven't figured out and cured his leg issues. So we definitely want to keep him in prayer for that. And we also have Michigan Daffodil on here.
Yep,
on
because
the
she
prayer
is
list.
feeling under the weather today. If I was crazy wealthy, I'd fly down and take care of your animals in the cool weather.
Oh,
She calls it cool weather because no, when you see their temperatures like and it has a negative sign in front,
no,
I can't even read it without getting cold.
not having it. Oh, she says she's feeling good. All right.
Awesome. See the power of prayer.
So Gosmania says we're working on improving and adding raised beds to my greenhouse area. Oh, we don't have a greenhouse. I wish we did.
Well, we have a little one.
Working on herbs and medicinal plants in there, flowers, etc. Yeah, that's we're trying to do combination stuff. We've got every year it seems we add a bed or more, and we've got pollinators and herbs and all sorts of stuff doing different tasks. Like for example, if you put basil near or in the same bed with tomatoes, it's a deterrent for the tomato worms, the hornworms.
Basil also feeds the tomato. Basil gives their roots give off
She
something
knows more than me.
that the tomato takes in. I don't know what's what, but it works.
Okay, so they're
They
companion.
complement
They're
it. Yeah, they
companion
complement
plants.
each other.
That's good.
The marigolds we add in, which they do repel the stink bugs quite a bit if you put enough of them in there. Or you just get the seeds from Michigan Daffodil, and they grow like huge.
Oh man, those marigolds were just amazing, and they kept going and kept going. They were here until after New Year's too, from the spring.
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome. Bayou Bash this year. Hadn't even thought about it.
Probably not with all the COVID regulations and precautions, and
Well,
it's really difficult to
Here's the thing too. My situation at work is changing. There's a lot of people out with COVID or the flu or different things right now. So those of us that are well are having to take on more shifts. So I have to put my focus there. I mean, after all, that's our livelihood.
Well, I mean,
I wish we could do the Bayou Bash, but it's not looking good.
I hardly ever see him. And
Jake,
when I
what's
do
up,
get to
Nunny,
see
Texas?
him, it's hey, we need to work outside. Hey, we need to do this.
Yeah, we're kind of playing catch up too, because ever since the hurricane, we have felt kind of stagnant.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of a mindset than anything. Now that we finally got the house back 100% back to normal. That was in September we got that done.
Yeah, but now we still have a lot of work to do at Darlene's,
Yeah,
and with Danny not there anymore.
Danny's not there anymore, so we're kind of helping to take care of Darlene, my nanny. Um, Abby's growing up. We got some news coming out about her here in a few minutes.
For those
Just
of you that don't
things are
already
changing.
know.
That's why we titled the stream "Times Are a Changing." Times they are.
And they
a-changing.
are. I mean, for us, our season is changing because this is more of a fall into winter, I guess. Our stuff, it's going to start getting cooler here. The plants are going to be a little more affected here. So, yeah, I get it.
Don't right? I don't like it. I'm proud of her, but I'm having trouble because she's my youngest. She's my baby. I don't like that she's growing up.
Our seasons are changing from fall into winter. I guess the temperatures are getting colder. Everything is dying off, so we're having to pull everything out and kind of refresh everything, and there's a lot of work to do, and we're hoping
Homestead.
to add at least one, possibly two new cinder block beds out there this year because we need to expand our growing space. We're gonna try to grow as much as we can and harvest as much as we can. That's Chloe getting up on her stairs.
Okay.
Um, and then that way we don't have to shop for as much because the prices are getting ridiculous.
Oh, and here's another thing that happened this past week. We had an electrical issue. We had we had four.
I put out her beautiful Christmas painting she gave us for the holidays. That's awesome.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, we got that thing to show off too. If you have found it.
Oh,
we got something in the
let
mail.
me go found it.
It was after Christmas, but we did get a shipment that we really want. We want to show it off because we really like it. So I forgot what I was going. Oh, the electrical stuff.
I found it.
Yeah, we did fence boards one time. We've got the whole big setup. It's 3 beds that all go together, and that was all fence boards laid on their side. I like those better as far as looks go, but as far as longevity, obviously the cinder blocks are going to be around a lot longer.
You built those in what, 2019?
2 years ago.
And we're already starting to lose some boards.
We're starting to see some rot.
And I didn't think it was going to be that quickly, but with the humidity and the moisture, and don't let water sit around them. Hopefully they drain off fairly quick. And I think that's where we're having issues, is where the water sits on the ground next to them.
Okay, CB, your health comes before chatting. Take care of yourself, darling. So the electrical issue, we had 4 outlets that went out, and I knew it was all on one breaker. I know basics of electricity, so I posted on Facebook that I'm in need of an electrician, and then all of my wonderful friends turned it into a goofy post. Mac. Anyway, I ended up. We had some fun on Facebook, and then we got it taken care of. So what it was, coming out of the breaker box, the first outlet in line, it was
basically, it will shock you,
a GFCI receptacle. Then there was another one next to it that
regular.
It's a regular outlet, but the GFCI protects that one and the others down the line. And those were on that side of the kitchen, and here in the dining room, there's one there that powers the router, so
for the
internet, and then another one back here for when the coffee was right here. That's where
what goes out on a Thursday morning.
The microwave.
Brett's on his way home.
The toaster oven. The
router
and the coffee
and
pot.
the internet. That I could care less about the microwave and the toaster oven. It
Hey,
was
Kate, it's
7,
good
it
to
was
see
like
you.
6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. And
Yeah.
the power is all screwy. And
Yeah.
my coffee pot went off. And then I
So,
didn't have internet. So
so,
it took me a minute.
so I have some electrician friends that were either busy or sick.
Hi, Kate.
And, but I was able to get some advice over the phone from them. And one of my coworkers came out and we kind of just put our heads together on it, doing some testing and stuff in the outlets and whatever and whatever. And um, after a whole day of messing with it, I finally just changed the GFCI to a regular outlet because there's no water in those areas, and we're good.
But with Tim coming over, I got him to answer a lot of our solar questions.
Yeah.
So
Tim is like
um,
he's not a YouTuber. He's a coworker of mine, and he's got a lot of experience with solar, installing solar systems, and he's got a cabin. He's got an off-grid cabin up north where he's from. So this guy's really knowledgeable.
we took him out to lunch, and I picked his brain the whole time. Poor
Things
thing.
over acres. And Ellie McAfee. Hello,
Miss
and
Patty moved into her new apartment this weekend.
Oh, nice. She finally left Mac.
No, Tinker's.
I'm just kidding. Oh, man. Other Patty. So yeah, that's
Wait.
and then while I had my tools out, while I had my electrical tools out and stuff, I went ahead and took care of some stuff in my shed that I've been wanting to do. We put in some we changed.
That was mean. It's really mean. Although Patty's over there dying laughing.
They thought it was funny. So I put some better lighting inside my storage area, work area of my shop, and we moved a switch because I had a light switch that I had installed it temporarily, and it was up in the rafters, and of course Abby couldn't reach it, so I moved that. And
Nobody
anyway.
could reach it because it was full of junk underneath it. So we were jumping.
Who's junk?
It's my gardening junk. But I jumped up one night and almost killed myself falling over a bucket of pots. Not moved yet. Saturday.
Can't run a GFI with a coffee maker. It pulls too much power. Well,
it was on the GFCI.
It worked for 7 years.
It hasn't been there that long. The coffee pot has not been right here.
That's a GFCI protected plug where it's sitting right now.
Shut your face. Don't get sassy with me. I'm gonna break your chair like Patty did to Mac. I think that was her doing.
You think she did that? So yeah, that was fun. And all I spent was a couple bucks on a receptacle and a cover to get that all taken care of.
And a whole lot of time laughing at you. Oh, that was me.
Well, we got it done though. I only got shocked once.
Was it only once?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, because I think it hit Tim too. I'm not sure though.
Hey, God soldiers.
Patty. Oh, it was great. It was fun to like watch them and listen to them try to figure out what was going on. And then both of them, I called my dad because we had some questions, and all of them treated me as if I knew electricity. So I'm standing there and I'm like, mm-hmm.
Oh no, it was when Tim started talking about solar and he was popping out all the numbers, and we were both like, oh, okay, sure. No clue.
He had every idea, he did. And most of it I understood. But when we were sitting there and he started like spouting off all these, well, this and that, and I'm like,
it was like another language.
Yeah, sure. It's like, why don't you just, explain
all
that
right,
in
you tell me what to buy.
stupid terms.
I'll get it here, and you do this.
Yeah. It was really fun though.
Okay, so
Don't
Hat-
show the label.
Hat Creek Homestead sent us.
I'm really upset that I
a
got
thing.
that after I took down the Christmas tree.
Yeah, I mean it got here.
The day.
It actually may have been sitting in the mailbox because we don't check it often enough. But
No, I had
whatever
been
the case.
checking it.
Hat Creek Homestead
I had been checking it.
from YouTube sent us this homemade Christmas ornament that we're gonna
I was really
We're gonna
bummed
put it on the tree
because it
next year, but we have to show it
perfectly-
off.
perfectly matched the Christmas
Yeah, it
decorations
goes
that were
well.
up.
Yeah.
Because Abby did red and silver.
So thank you very much, Dawn and family over at Hat Creek
Let me
Homestead.
explain to you how that happened. Yes, I know. It is full of glitter. Don't touch me. I had glitter on my face the other day from playing with it. I think I got it on my hands and I didn't realize it was on there, and I wiped my face like this. And then I'm outside a little while later and she's like, Mom, you don't wear makeup. Where'd you get the glitter from? And I'm like, oh no.
So if you love Amy, send her an exploding box of glitter.
I will kill you. You, not them. You will be sleeping in that
No.
37-foot fire truck.
Yeah, don't do that because I'll be cleaning off.
But I had Abby was supposed to take down the Christmas tree. Well, where did we have to go? Oh, we decided to go eat. Abby was at work, so I was gonna wait until after she got off of work at 4 and let her take down the Christmas tree.
Hey, living a rogue life.
And then somebody decided he was hungry for Chinese food.
Wait, when was that? Is that when we went to Jennings?
No, that's when we went to Lake Charles.
Anyway, tell your story. I'm sorry.
I don't remember exactly what we were going over there for. There was something, but food was the main part of it. So I said, you know what? I'm so tired of Christmas and the glitter.
Don't open anything from Southern Blessed Homestead.
I was so tired of the glitter and stuff on the floor because the cat takes those ornaments and if she can get a hold of one, she bats it around the living room and kitchen, and it sends glitter flying everywhere. So I said, you know what? I'm going to take it all down. I took all of it down, and you had gone to the post office. I just finished boxing up the last of the Christmas stuff, and you brought me this.
Oh, yeah.
And I opened it up, and I was like, no! So it is definitely going in the Christmas decorating. I might actually hang it up on the wall just for a little while because I can.
Recommendations for a bed? At the firehouse, we have the what is it, Tempur-Pedic, or the ones with they're like memory foam.
Oh, I don't want
I like those. I really like those. Spray it with hairspray to stop the glitter from coming off. Good
That's
idea.
brilliant.
Oh, another life hack is to keep your cat out of your Christmas tree. The day you take the Christmas tree out of the box, beat them with it. I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
I sprayed her with vinegar. It quit for a couple of days anyway.
What else? Oh, you want to go ahead and spill the beans now?
I'm trying to think of what kind of bed we have. I think we have a Sealy Posturepedic.
I don't know. It's been a little while.
But I like it. I like our bed.
So we all know that
purple bed. Yes, I've heard of those too.
Ever since we bought our car,
chain the dog to the tree trunk.
We bought our car in April, and it's a Chevy, and we were on the Chevy lot, and Abby saw the Chevy Spark, which is a little bitty. It looks like my truck without the bed. Like take the wheels, put them under the back passenger seats. And so she like fell in love with this car.
He let her sit in it, and he was really pushing with it.
She really, really liked that car, but we couldn't. I mean, obviously we couldn't get that.
Of course, the sleep number is great, but you need to be a millionaire to afford
So
that.
so Abby was getting serious. She's been saving up money. She's getting serious about looking again. So we went back to see the dealer, the salesman at the dealership, and he showed us a few cars, and they didn't really fit what we were looking for.
One of them was way bigger than what Abby wanted to.
And they were really out of our price range,
Mhm.
or out of Abby's price range, I should say.
Oh, maybe Mac's
So,
a millionaire and you just don't know it.
Abby needs a little 2-door Jeep Sport. I don't know what. I'm gonna have to look those up. Anyway, so we were at the dealership, and the salesman went to talk to somebody to see what they had, if they had anything else that he could offer us. And in the meantime, Abby started to look on Facebook Marketplace, and she found a Chevy Spark,
Yeah, she says, "Hey, Dad, check this one out."
and it happened to be in Lake Charles.
And this guy has a mutual friend with you.
So, yeah. So I messaged the guy, and I ended up calling him, and turns out super nice guy.
You mean since Mac spends so much time in
it? And so I have a picture on my phone here. This, it's not going to be the greatest, but
there it is.
That's Abby's new Chevy Spark, and it's a 2015.
Well, the windows are not really that blue color.
It's a little older. It's silver. The phone is not doing it justice, but it's a silver Chevy Spark, and it's very similar to our Equinox, but smaller.
Like
just
way
the right size
smaller.
for Abby. So happy for her. We did help her do some financing and stuff, but she did all the math beforehand.
You put your name on it
to make sure that, well, she's not 18 yet either. So.
You put your name on it, but she's paying for everything.
She is. 100%.
I'm really proud of her. She doesn't even have her license yet.
We got to go like next week and get her license too. So
she has a permit. She has been driving, but who can honestly say they bought their own car before they got their license?
Yeah. So she's like I said, she did all the math. She figured out what she could afford and still have some comfort in her income, and still be able to put some back in savings, because she took all of her savings.
Almost all.
Well, yeah. I mean,
but
might as well. 90% of her savings.
But she's paying for her own phone bill. She's paying for her own computer. She's paying for her car now and her insurance.
And whose idea was that?
Hers.
Yeah.
She wanted to do it on her own.
Very mature.
She wants to prove to herself that she can make it now, so she knows that she can make it in college.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, look. Michigan Daffodil's brother did.
Awesome.
Right. That's cool.
It's not very many though that can say, I know I didn't.
Mm-hmm. Abby's been through some tough stuff. When we were still new to live streaming on YouTube, she actually before we started live streaming, she lost a close friend.
No, we were live streaming then.
Not when he passed. Not when we got the message. No.
Oh no.
So once we did start live streaming, she ended up. It was her idea. I don't know if some of you guys have been around long enough to remember. Abby did a fundraiser for St. Jude's in Joel's honor, and we raised, thanks to you guys, we raised $1,200 to send to St. Jude's in Joel's honor, and it was a tragic loss. Joel was in an accident, and his parents lost him.
Don't.
Okay. Anyway, and then we've had other losses in our family and different stuff that Abby's had to deal with.
Abby is very
it's
smart.
Unfortunate. It's been tough on Abby, but it has helped her to mature in a really good way. Yeah. So that's one of those things where you take the bad and turn it into something good. Homestead Paradise. Hello.
Abby bought his first truck when he was 13. Wow.
I may have already said hi to Homestead.
I was the first one to put my dad's truck in the ditch. In our own driveway.
Your sister was the first to take your dad's new truck and kill his dog with it.
In my yard.
That was so an accident too.
It was an accident. She still feels bad for it, but
But we pick at her.
yeah, we
A
remind
lot.
her of that every chance we get. So, yeah. I didn't even drive until I was 23 years old. Well, maybe Katie still has a chance. Katie, our middle daughter Katie is kind of like that. Yeah, first in the ditch.
I
Right?
don't think my grandma learned to drive until after my grandpa died.
Oh wow.
It was different times, and that's what he believed.
Well,
in.
yeah, but Katie has a lot of trouble focusing, so she had a lot of trouble with driving, and she never found a comfortable point. But she gets along just fine because she does Lyft and Uber, and she likes living in the city for that, for those reasons. So she doesn't really need to drive, and she doesn't really want the expense of a car and all the mess that comes with it.
Oh, only 13?
See what Southern Bless wrote. Wow, Amy, you should be so proud. First in the ditch.
In the ditch.
I did. It was my dad's truck. It had no power steering, no power brakes. It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. And he says, "Here, get in and back up." So I did. And it went plunk, and there it stayed.
Mama Bear is here, and I don't have the right coffee cup.
Oh,
Mama Bear is the one that sent me the coffee mug that I showed off a couple of weeks ago.
I didn't drive officially until I was age 36. Wow. Yeah, a lot of people just didn't need to.
Amy and I were just dating when she put my truck in the ditch.
Shh.
I remember
that wasn't fair. That another old truck with no power steering, and it was a standard. And, yeah,
that truck was hard to drive
on a gravel road after dark. And I just had Katie. Katie was only like 3 weeks old. I wasn't supposed to be driving, but it was to help the teenagers. Yeah, see, a lot of people that live in the cities don't need to drive.
Yeah,
and that's
true.
Katie does that. She uses Lyft and Uber and all that stuff now. So she seems to like it. And from what she told me, it's a whole lot cheaper on her than it would be on a car note and insurance and maintenance and all that stuff. So
yeah, that makes sense.
So when did Amy learn that you drive on the road, not in the ditch?
Sounds like a country song.
I can tell you though, I've only been in one fender bender, and that time that I put your truck into the ditch.
Oh, that don't count because we didn't. I mean, the truck it bent the fender a little bit.
Well, then the fender bender didn't count either because I was in Katie's dad's truck at that point.
My truck was a little junker, so
a scratch this big. And it was in a parking lot, so I backed up, and the guy pulled in really quickly behind me and just kind of plunk and pushed me back right in the spot. I was like, so I basically reparked.
Mama Bear says, my first driving experience was with my brother on the tractor. I almost ran over a cow and turned into a bull. You're a bull now? I'm just kidding.
Wow, Brett. God.
My plants are so, yeah. Moringas bloomed. Yeah. This weather is crazy. It stayed really warm until after New Year's. And then we started getting some little freezes and stuff.
My moringa is doing okay.
We were still picking peppers from the spring.
Don't bring moringas in and put them in your bathtub. And then forget that they're there.
Yeah. Pray for Jerusha. Twins getting permits.
Oh. Nope. Yep, that's a prayer request right there.
Oh, I can definitely be bullheaded as well. Levi Goss, good to see you.
I bet I know who they're related to.
I bet so. There was something else that I wanted to mention, and now I can't think of what it was. I do that every time. I need to make a note or a
I
list.
tell you that all the time.
Make notes. But,
And then you
I'm-
forget to take the notes.
I am terrible.
Or if you take notes, then you forget where you put the notes.
That's why I'm so glad that I have a grocery list on my phone now, because all of us actually, notorious for sitting down, making a detailed grocery list and leaving that sucker on the table and going grocery shopping.
Official December 2021.
Hey, welcome, D.
Hottest December ever. Smashed the previous record.
Oh, wow.
It was 80 degrees on Christmas. That was the warmest here. It made a record. Yeah.
Wow.
We were in shorts and t-shirts.
Yeah, I've never been on city public transportation. I rode a bus from here to Houston and back, and I took a flight one time.
I've been on a plane, commercial flight, a couple of times. I rode a school bus to school. Other than that, I don't think we don't have taxis here.
Well, we rode the little trolley thing in New Orleans the one time that we went.
Yeah, but
I'd be perfectly fine never going to New Orleans again either.
Yeah.
Didn't care for it.
Well, it's not that great. I don't know.
I'm not a city guy.
No, I'm not there. My wife had her license for 40 years and still doesn't know how to drive.
Hey, Rebecca, welcome.
Katie has her license, but she refuses to drive. I think she only got it though because she's scared the crap out of the people.
Tom and Lee's Louisiana Miss. Hello and welcome. Y'all,
I gotta look that one
look,
up.
if you need a laugh, especially you guys from Louisiana, you'll get it probably more so than anybody else, I guess. But when you get a chance, write this down because we listened to it again today. It's an older video on YouTube. It's called Cajun OnStar. It is hilarious.
Okay, this came about because we were listening to the GPS in the car today, and I said, because like she really has trouble pronouncing local words, I should say, like local street names and things like that. How cool would it be to have a Cajun GPS?
Let me answer this question real quick. I want Rebecca. Yeah, that would be fine. Did you get her favorite color? Because I don't know. Did she answer you? Is what I'm asking. And our address is on our about page and in the description below this video.
And I bet Zen Instant Shop, if he's still in here, will be posting it shortly. Because he was on it a while ago.
Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry to interrupt you.
Okay, we got busy talking because the GPS said Preon.
Preen.
Yeah, instead of Preon, he said Preen. Told you.
Thank you, Henry.
I lost it.
So yeah, so we were talking about how funny it would be if there was a Cajun voice.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Yep. See.
Navigating.
So how funny would it be when you take a wrong turn for your GPS to say, "Couillon, turn around"?
I'll show you done miss your turn.
With a very Cajun accent.
Or if you speed and be like, "Oh, you're going too fast."
Oh, Bayou Dawn says I'm with a very Cajun accent. When we went to North Carolina, I was asked what country we were from.
See, we're so close to Texas, and then too nowadays, I guess we have influence from all over via the internet. So, we're so close to Texas. Lake Charles area doesn't have much of a Cajun accent at all, but you get like another 20. The farther east you go along I-10,
the thicker it gets.
The thicker the accent.
We came up with some pretty funny stuff today. I
can't
don't remember all of it, but
remember.
oh man. It's great.
But that Cajun
Jamaican
All-Star is
accent, yes, that
hilarious.
would be good too. Hardcore hillbilly.
We used to we tried. They used to have on the Waze app, WAZE.
That's
It's
the
a
one we use.
navigation app that we love. They used to have, it was a Cookie Monster. And we did that, and we went to Arkansas with that. I guess it was about halfway there. We were like, okay, I can't understand this thing anymore. We got to change the voice.
Yep.
Across the river. Yeah.
What was the other one? There's an English one, like a British accent on the GPS too. And that one's pretty cool to listen to. But you can understand everything he's saying. So it made it nice. But the Cookie Monster one, I was like, we were supposed to turn where?
Yeah. Let's see. Rebecca, I would like either black or navy blue, I suppose.
Oh, what are we doing?
What color for a knitted hat?
I'd probably do either black or gray because that's what I like black and gray shirts. So I don't know. I'm plain.
South of I-10. Yeah.
I like plain colors because then that way it kind of goes with everything. I don't know. Surprise me. I'll wear pretty much anything. And if it gets really cold, I don't care what color it is. It's going on in layers. The short bus. Stop reading Bub's comments out loud.
Take a left at the Popeyes come stop. That's what.
Oh, that's like riding with Danny. But your daughter gave me 3 different guys. Pick one.
Yeah.
That was Danny's thing.
Yeah.
But I can't do that online.
Danny, look, I can. Yeah, you can. Danny would put his 2 fingers out like this and go, pick one. And you know the particular finger he was referring to.
So I'd always doing this one. And he'd get mad at me. But joking mad at me, you know. I was wondering why you weren't here.
What?
Mama Bear's been missing.
Oh.
For over a month.
Yeah, she was commenting on her last week's live stream. She was watching it later.
Yep. Oh, what else?
So we have accepted
video.
We have accepted the fact that at this rate we will never be big time YouTube stars. So thank you very much for you guys hanging out with us.
I didn't talk often when we lived in Minnesota because nobody could understand me.
No.
You need to put together a video of like Cajun-isms.
Oh man.
See, that would be a great thing for Danny to have done. But I couldn't get him to sit still in front of the camera and like be himself.
Danny, yeah, he would cut up so much. Like he loved an in-person audience. He loved to have people's attention. But as soon as you pull out a camera, he shuts down.
I think he was afraid that we were going to use it as blackmail. I really do. I think he was afraid that we were going to use it to pick at him later or, you know, hold it against him later, which every time he came over here wearing his sweatpants with his shorts on top, I did snap a picture of that. He was so mad at me. He told me I needed to throw it away. Not the picture, my whole phone.
There's another Dan who is on YouTube, and his channel name is Cajun Hydroponics. And
I watched that one the other day.
Yep. He's a gardener, very knowledgeable, and he has the thick Cajun accent, and he has a good sense of humor as well. So Cajun Hydroponics is his channel.
Pretty good information on there too. I was looking up something and I came across a video, and it happened to be his.
He's a cool guy.
I was just point and click kind of thing. I do that sometimes.
I think we're pretty much caught up.
What else did we do? There was something else. We cut grass
Oh,
before the freeze
two last things
and killed all our
that I
grass.
want to mention. Yeah, all grass is brown now.
He cut the grass because it was long, and then it froze and
For years, I've been pretty much against Netflix because it has gone just like woke. So I didn't really want to have anything to do
trying
with
to
it.
sound
Well,
cool.
recently, Abby asked if she could get her own subscription, and we were like, yeah, whatever. If you want to pay for it, no big deal. So she asked if we would watch a movie called Don't Look Up, and we did, and it was great because they poked fun at all sorts of stuff that's happening nowadays, and it's like
It's
comedy,
really confusing.
comedy drama.
It was good,
apocalyptic.
But it was kind of good, but kind of weird.
Yeah.
So,
but it was. I loved it. It was great.
Oh wait, when I was a kid, I used an older gentleman who was a Cajun cook. Can't remember his name.
Justin Wilson.
Yep.
I guarantee.
Is it a parody of what's going on? Pretty much.
Not exactly.
It is, but it isn't.
It references several of the things that are just silly nowadays.
Oh no.
Oh. Okay. Miss Lippy is going on the prayer list for sure.
Yep. I'm gonna add them. Thank you for letting me know that. I haven't
yeah, we need to reach out.
I haven't seen anything. So yeah, definitely gonna reach out to them and make sure they're okay.
The good thing is I believe I'm trying to speak it into existence.
I'll be right
honestly.
back. I'm going to potty real quick.
Okay. I think that we're on the tail end of this pandemic stuff because this variant seems to be much milder. Not to take away from anybody who's really struggling. I mean, after all, we lost a family member, but I really think that we're just about done with it. And today, the Supreme Court decided that the federal mandate was unconstitutional for businesses of over 100 employees. Now I'm not sure exactly, but something about they left it for healthcare workers. I don't know how it could be unconstitutional for one and whatever. Doesn't make any sense to me.
They left it for healthcare workers for federally funded hospitals.
Yeah, I don't know how whatever. Oh, Barb is here. Hey, Barb. Justin Wilson was the uncle of my best friend. So much fun going to his camp in Morgan's. How about that?
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, man.
Is that the one that was on PBS?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The old gray hair and eyeglasses and the pot belly. Talking about I guarantee.
Mm-hmm.
And he would put the salt right there in his hand. And I've learned to do that, actually, to measure the salt, exactly a teaspoon of salt. He would just pour the salt in his hand right there and eyeball it. And he would say, I prove it to you. And he'd pour it into the teaspoon and it was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned to get it. May not be perfect, but it's dark.
What's going on with Miss Lippy? I was told somebody commented. I don't remember. Somebody commented that Lippy and Buddy have tested positive for the virus.
Diana Tennant said that. Said that Lippy tested positive.
Medical. Jab or test weekly. Better than a jab only. It is, but
as long, in my opinion, as long as they're accepting
he was a safety
exemptions,
engineer at Dow
that's something.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
And there was another one. I can't remember his name, but he would always talk about the black iron pots. It was a younger guy. Well, younger than Justin Wilson. I can't remember though. False? John False? Is that dude? Can you help me?
I don't know.
I don't know if that's
I'm
right.
not as old as you.
Look, when I was a kid on the weekends,
I agree, Michigan.
you get to Sunday afternoon and you only got like 5 channels on the TV because you don't have cable. They ain't crap to watch.
There was 8, but 3 of them were fuzzy. Yeah, we've got Lippy and Buddy both added to the prayer list for sure. And Nanny Joyce, because, she's up there in that mess.
Yeah, I believe it is John False. Yeah. I don't know if I'm saying it right. False.
I can tell you now, I can mispronounce it. I'm good at that. You had 5 channels, we only had 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we had technically Mama and Papa had 8 channels, but 3 of them you couldn't see. There was like outlines of people moving around, but you couldn't see or hear anything other than that.
We had ABC on channel 3. We had NBC on channel 7. CBS on channel 10.
Mm-hmm. PBS was 18.
PBS was 18 and 24.
Yeah.
It was the same thing. So we just 18 came in clear. And then Fox 29 on 29. And then later on, Fox 15 came in too. So that made 6.
I don't know what they were. We couldn't see them.
Only 3 channels, black and white. Yeah. I had when I was growing up.
Ours were black and white.
It was in the 80s.
I was born in the 80s.
My brother and I had black and white TV, small black and white TVs in our bedrooms. And we ended up playing video games on those.
See, Barb.
A thick accent over here, Sha.
We had 4 when we moved to Georgia. And the TV, you were the remote. The kids were the remote.
The kids, yeah.
Papa would say, hey, it's 6 o'clock. Go turn it on Wheel of Fortune. And one of us, usually me, had to go change the channel.
I remember one of my favorite memories as a kid, because I don't know if you may have heard me say this before, but my mom and our family lived in this house, and like right next door in the same yard, because we're out in the country, was my grandma. And by the time I was born, my grandma was a widow. And so like all of it, both houses, the whole yard, everything was our playground. And that was just the whole thing was our home. Mm-hmm. And I remember going over to my grandma's house when my mom was I was very young. My mom was doing spring cleaning, so all of the windows were open. The house smelled like pine sol. And Wheel of Fortune, not Wheel of Fortune.
Days of Our Lives.
Well, that too, but I'm specifically thinking about Barker. The Price is Right. The Price is Right on the TV. Yeah, on a cool spring morning. Those are that takes me back.
Your grandma used to watch Days of Our Lives every day, like
my grandma was a seamstress as well. She had a sewing machine, and she would do all that stuff in the kitchen with her little TV.
It was a little tiny TV. How she could see that thing from across the room, I have no idea. But when I was taking care of her, I would leave usually around 12:30. That was just getting started. And she'd tell me, make sure you got my stories on.
Yeah, her stories. That's what she called it. Yep.
And we'd talk about it the next day when I got back,
It was Days of Our Lives. What's the one that played on the one with Victor? Y'all help me out.
Days of Our Lives?
No.
I don't know.
The other one that played on CBS, I want to say.
As the World Turns.
As the World Turns. My people used to say, as the stomach churns.
Oh man. Young and the
Oh,
Restless.
Young and the Restless. That's the one. That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah. And
See, I
then
don't know. The only one I ever really.
after we started dating, you got into the word the
No, it's your grandma.
the midget one.
Oh.
Where the book shot somebody. The Passions.
Yeah, it was,
Oh, that was ridiculous.
it was, but it was
Oh, Bold and the Beautiful.
it was
that
almost
another
funny to watch.
Hey, Sarge. Yeah, we're doing so much better, dude.
Oh yeah, the achiness and the stuffy nose,
I don't
all
know
of
if
that
she
is
watched
gone.
General Hospital.
Um,
Young and the Restless had Victor. That's the one I was thinking of. She was
Yeah.
into that one.
I don't know.
And then Days of Our Lives had the people who would die and come back to life. First they would be replaced by another actor, and then they would die and come back, and then the actor that replaced them turned out to be somebody else, and it was crazy. Like, how did you not know that person looks completely different? Come on now. Dark Shadows.
Do you all need any seeds? I have 10 boxes that will go bad before I can plant them. I will take all the seeds you can send. That's one thing
Or-
I have.
Or you could keep them in the freezer and they would stay good.
Yeah, but the freezer, yeah. Actually, I have seeds that are several years old that are sitting in a drawer. My grandpa used to keep them as long as you keep them cool and dark, they're fine. Some of them have to be cold.
Soap.
Depends on
Is that the name? Is it a movie called Soap? It says it makes fun of soap operas. Or an evil twin. Yeah. And you would know it was the evil twin
I don't
because
have
they would
room
have
in
a
the
goatee.
freezer for 10 boxes. Well,
Goatees make people evil in soap operas.
oh, evil twin. I was trying to figure out what a T1 was.
Really?
I read it quickly. It kind of threw me.
Oh, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, if you have any other prayer requests, please let us know, either here in the chat or you can do so privately.
Wow.
16,000
16,000 seed packs.
Yeah, you're probably going to not get those planted unless you go driving down the road with just like tossing them out the window.
Don't do that.
It's a series called Soap. Okay. I'll have to look into that. All My Children in General Hospital. I don't know if my grandma watched that, but those sound familiar.
Probably, unless they played at the same time as her favorites.
Yeah. My grandma was a huge wrestling fan, believe it or not, pro wrestling. And you could not tell her that stuff was fake or scripted or anything. That was some real stuff. Those people was mad at each other and they was fighting.
Wow. I'm planting 8.5 acres with 600 seed packs. That's enough.
Ears to unplug from sinusitis. Wrestling. Yes. That was her wrestling.
Got it, Miss Patty. I've already got you on the list.
Both my two grandmas, my mom's mom and my dad's mom, one time went to a live event. And my dad's mom got so excited.
I got it, Michigan.
And just so worked up that she was like the stadium chairs had the armrests. She was black and blue from her elbows to her wrist from beating on that. Okay. You see Starla's. I'm going to keep it hidden because there's an email in it. Oh, well, actually, I'm going to go ahead and show them. Yeah, that's fine. I think somebody beat me to it, but yeah, that's cool.
If you need our PO box, I can put it in the chat. Or Henry's going to beat me to it.
Henry can do it. Or see if I can beat Henry.
I wanted to make sure. If Kate was in here, she'd have gotten it. Nope, it's wrong. The zip code's wrong.
So, never mind. I was trying. I'm gonna remove it.
Oh,
'cause
Henry's putting all kinds of other stuff.
I can't remove my. I can't remove it. It's wrong. Don't. Oh yeah. Okay. There
You
it is.
did. Or somebody else did. Mary Beth, gotcha.
P.O. Box. See, I was trying to hurry
Mm-hmm.
to beat Henry. 70650, not 1. Here we go. Ah, you beat me.
Oh. Unless I find a garden plot somewhere, I'll not be growing much of anything this year. Oh man.
Oh,
See, I don't know if I could do that.
well, yeah, I mean, you do what you got to do.
I
You
know.
can always get some little
Yeah.
pots, put them in some windowsills, just to where you can have something.
Even if put some pots on a porch. Cheyenne had an apartment in Lake Charles,
In the city.
and she had this little bitty tiny balcony.
A balcony about the size of this table. Well, you
And
can't really see
she
the table.
filled that sucker up with potted plants.
Yep.
Anything is possible.
All righty then. Well, next week we're going to be here hopefully on Wednesday because I work next Thursday.
I love that everybody put in their prayer requests and we didn't even have to ask.
I did say it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, so I wasn't listening to you.
So I mean, most of these were already on the list before I said it.
Yeah, I know. Space, have a tiny deck. I'll have to watch the watering and have to be careful with moisture inside the apartment.
Goodness, Starla. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're going to be praying for you and your husband as well. Rolled a semi.
Wow.
Christmas. Okay. We are going to say goodnight and hopefully get to see you in 6 days, next Wednesday. Yeah. Biblical resting. I like that. And in the meantime, have a great night. God bless.
Stay safe, guys. We'll see you next week.
And you'll be in our prayers.